Bring a nice comment to the stage. You've seen them all over New York. Start clapping it up one more time right now for John Ferry! If you guys see me wiggling around a little bit, I'm not nervous. I just didn't have enough time to pee. So, yeah. We got 8 tourists out here. Ooh, all right, got a quick tip for you. If you're going to see the Statue of Liberty, skip the $40 ticket. Take the Staten Island Ferry. You get a lovely view. That's right. You get a lovely view of the statue. You get a nice photo. As soon as you get to Staten Island, get right back on. There is nothing there for you. No, sir. It is just a wildlife sanctuary full of racist Italians. That's right. And guys who wear shirts with no sleeves, I'll tell you. And I get it, right? It's so you can see the tax. But listen, sir, if I need your name, I'll ask for it. I don't need to see it written down the side of your arm in a font that I can only describe as MMA. Yeah. We were talking about, I think Julio was talking about gentrification earlier. I'm going to be honest, I think the city might have gone a little bit overboard this year planting those seeds of gentrification because we've got a pickleball court fucking everywhere. I know. Exactly. Has the white community run out of that many foods to pickle that we're moving on to sports? All right. Seriously. I moved here about 5 years ago from a tropical destination. Some of you may have heard of it. It's called Cleveland, Ohio. That's right. I missed the thrill of being poor in Cleveland in my 20s, so I'm here to recapture that magic for the rest of my life. Yeah. Now, we moved here because my fiance got a real fancy job. And I guess when you get a real fancy job with a large income disparity like we have, you no longer have to participate with certain responsibilities around the house, like loading the dishwasher, folding the laundry, performing oral sex. Yeah, I come home for 2 of 3 waiting for me, and laundry day is always on the weekends. But hey, it has helped my career growth, to be honest with you. The other day, my boss was like, listen, we're thinking about promoting you. You want to be like a manager, or maybe get a senior title. I'm like, this is all well and good, sir, but I am just trying to get my dick sucked at home. So if you could just figure out a way for me to make $150,001, I would greatly appreciate it. Because it's the dollar that's preventing it. It's not the Terry Club headband. I'm in sport mode, all right, guys? I'm in sport mode. If you guys told me that a 77 and 80-year-old man would be squaring off in an election for president, I kind of thought it would have been for a condo association in Florida. Not to be the leader of the free world, but hey, is it any surprise that these 2 elderly fellas aren't so great with document security? I can't even get my grandfather to keep his fucking robe closed. I know. Let alone secure some documents. I actually think that this election cycle, our good president is going to dump Miss Harris from the ticket and simply just nominate a hospice nurse. It would be a safer bet. I know, that poor guy. We got one guy who's just barely grabbing onto life, and the other one's just grabbing onto pussies. I know. We gotta, every time Joe starts talking, we gotta start standing him up next to like Holocaust survivors. Keep him looking spry. Little comparison there. But they're not the only 2. We've got politicians that are old as fuck everywhere. We've got a senator from Iowa named Chuck Grassley, just elected to another 6-year term. This guy is 89 years old. 89! This man is older than the chocolate chip cookie. No. Yeah. And you gotta wonder, if you were old enough to use a whites-only bathroom for the first third of your life, maybe you're not the right person to make laws in this country. I don't know. Maybe instead of working on legislation, you should be working on a puzzle. Or just hurry up and die. Yeah, speaking of death, I turned 40 a couple months ago. I know. I don't think I look like it, but god damn it, you should see me walk up a flight of stairs. I got the body of a retired 77-year-old mail carrier. Yeah, it's just a lot of, like moaning, a lot of heavy breathing, a couple of oh gods. I swear every time I get home from work, my neighbors think I just pulled up an adult film on my phone going up. That's because I got not one, not two, but count them all, 3 forms of arthritis. How exciting, right? Ladies, I could be the first one-night stand you have tonight where you have to help me out of bed. I can promise that the arthritis is going to keep me plenty stiff, but the antidepressants will make sure that it is not in the right places. Yeah. Also, I'm not like gaining or losing weight, I guess. It's just all manifesting in this area here. Which is all well and good, right? It's Silver Lining brought me closer to my niece because now we're both learning what it's like to grow breasts for the first time. I know. That's why I stand here dressed like a children's improv teacher. That's right, because if you're a man with unwanted breasts, hide that shit under a vest. I'm telling you, it works. I know some of my parts have seen better days too. Listen, if I were to list my dick on Poshmark or eBay, I would have to describe it as being in fair condition, guys. There is no way I'm passing this thing off as gently used anymore. Nobody's gonna be chatting me up in the comments, asking for measurements, unless they're like really into vintage. Yeah, I've reached the point in my life, I think, where my balls are officially longer than the whole rest of the package. It's sad, it's troubling, but it's mostly noticeable in slim pants, so guess we're a wide leg man from here on out. Yeah, so naturally I've got some pecker problems, right? I went to get a prostate exam. If you haven't, that's fucking wild. I'll tell you what, don't sleep on it. Doctor goes, what brought you in for a prostate exam? And I was like, I don't know, sir, I'm lonely. I paid the copay. Why don't you just grease up and get in there, right? So the guy, he does, and that guy gets deeper into my sewer pipe. He could have found the Ninja Turtles. I'm telling you what. Absolutely. He's rooting around, working me like a puppet, asking me questions, going, does it hurt? Does it pinch? Have you watched The Last of Us? And I was like, sir, half of your hand is in my asshole. The whole thing pinches. He's like, all right, do you feel this now? And I was like, no. He's like, do you feel it now? And I was like, no. He's like, do you feel this now? And this man just starts poking at my prostate with the fury of an Italian mother who is mad at her son. I know, in that moment, I'm going to be honest, guys, I got really dizzy, I got really sweaty, because I thought I was going to both shit and ejaculate at the same time. Yeah. For those of you who haven't been, you don't know. For those of you who have, probably you, sir. You kind of want to go back. So, naturally, I asked for a second opinion.